Hello everybody and welcome to another Atlas video. Today I wanted to talk about vitamins, a system that not everybody loves in Atlas, but we kind of have to deal with it because it's how we stay alive in the game. As you'll see, I have some rice here in the foreground of my screen here, and it's going to play a pretty important role in today's video because we're going to talk about how to manage them, and a few little cheats around them if you don't want to have to put up with them. Actually, this is perfect. I can pick up this animal poop here. If it'll let me. Hello? There we go. Alright, so we've picked up small creature feces, which will come in handy in a minute, and bear with me. So anyway, bottom right corner of the screen you'll see we have 4 bars of color. We have yellow, pink, orange, and blue. The yellow, kind of lime green yellow, stands for vegetables. The red stands for meats. The orange stands for citrus. Or vitamin C, and the blue stands for vitamin D or A, which would be like milk or fish. So what I'm going to show you is how to manage these vitamins. There is a problem with hunger, because sometimes your hunger will be completely full, yet your vitamins will be low. So I'm going to show you how to deal with that, and I'm also going to show you a trick around both of those systems. So first of all, I like to set up my bottom bar here in the order that the vitamins are on the right so that I can just eat one at a time, and that usually deals with what I need for that session. So anyway, we have our rice, then we have our meat, then we have our citrus, and I actually don't have any blue right now, so I'm gonna go fishing. To go fishing, you don't need to find all of the sugars to make the fishing rod and use it and everything. You can just jump into the water with a spear or with your sword, and you can go find a fish, and you can beat it up and you can drag it back to shore, and if you harvest it, that will give you fish meat. Oh, and of course we find a manta ray. You can also get fish meat from these. So that's what we're gonna do. I need to get rid of it anyway if I'm going to be going back and forth between my ship. So anyway, we're dragging the body of the manta ray back to shore. It'll tell you E to drag it, so we're going to go ahead and use E to drag it. Hopefully nothing else sneaks up on us while we're dragging this thing back. This would be a good time to talk about weight and hunger. If you carry around a lot of heavy weight or drag things around like this, your hunger bar on the right, which is the little stomach icon, will go down. So if your vitamins are super low and you can't eat anything because your hunger bar is full, pick something up or overload yourself and try running around with it. Your hunger bar will go down quickly, and then you'll be able to eat more food in order to fill your vitamins. So as you can see, I'm getting fish meat and fish oil from harvesting this. So now that we have fish meat, go ahead and place our fire. And I will throw the wood and the fish in here, and I'll also throw more of this meat in. You know what, I'll just throw all of that in, why not? Okay, so now we have wild rice, which is the vegetable, we have meat, we have some berries, which works as the citrus, and we have fish cooking. So next thing I want to talk about is, well, what happens if you are inland and there aren't really any fish around. Oh, wait, we actually just had a tuna wash up, I think. Oh, it's still alive. Well, it knew we were talking about it, so that was interesting. I've never seen that happen before. Anyway, if you need a source of the blue bar that comes around with you and you don't have to always go out and hunt for, you can go and tame a cow, and by drinking milk, what am I doing? By drinking milk, you will be able to keep your blue bar fairly full as well. So I don't see any cows around right now, but just keep that in mind that you can actually use cows. Once you've tamed them, you can keep them on your ship. That way you always have a source of blue bar when it comes to vitamins. So I'm going to go ahead and try and fill up my vitamins as equally as I can. So I'm going to eat a bunch of the rice. I'm going to have a steak, some berries, and some fish. And when you balance your vitamins out correctly, you'll get a buff. I'm going to try and do it here. you'll get a buff in the bottom right hand side of your screen that says that your vitamins are balanced, and this will boost your fortitude, which is this right here, which of course tells us how you're going to do when it comes to extreme weather. Of course, I cannot get my vitamin buff to balance out here because my fish intake is a bit higher than everything else. Okay, we'll see if that balances itself out. If it doesn't, I'm going to show you a trick that will. So this is all for early game, by the way. Once you get into the later game and you're able to cook higher up recipes, your vitamins are not going to be that much of a problem. You're only going to have to eat once or twice a day in order to keep things going. So as you can see, my hunger bar is full, which means if I keep eating to raise my vitamins, I'm going to die from overeating, unfortunately. So if you get into situations like this and your vitamins are extremely low, all you need to do is this. Remember that piece of poop I picked up? Now, people aren't going to like this method of doing things, but if you are close to a bed, as you can see, my health is dropping, and we die. If you are close to a bed or if you're around your base and you're not doing anything important, you can definitely use this method. Wait a minute. Why is my bed all the way out here? I'm just gonna trust that it puts me on the bed where it should be. I think something has gone wrong. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that we have glitched the game. Let me try relogging. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna let me respawn at my bed, where it should properly be. Hopefully. Come on, game, don't fail me now. Do not tell me that my save is already corrupt right now. I'm gonna be so sad. Why is this bed bugging out? Guys, why do I have this luck with games? Why does this happen? Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay. Anyway, as you will see, my vitamins are completely full as well as my hunger bar, and I can just run right back to my body. So I don't recommend using that technique if you're out in the world exploring, obviously, but I do recommend it if you're just piddling around your base or building a ship or something and you don't want to have to worry about keeping up with vitamins and food. It's not really an immersive way of doing things, but it's kind of what I resort to when I'm not out exploring or doing something exciting like taking on a boss. It's just a little way to get around things, particularly if you keep running into the problem where your hunger is full, but your vitamins are super low and you're probably going to die from them. And the very last bit of information I want to give you is that there are skills that can help you with your vitamin depletion. So we're going to head into survivalism. We're going to go down the basics to water keeper, to cooking and farming, and down to vitamin depletion rate. Vitamin depletion rate decreases the rate at which vitamins deplete over time when at or less than equilibrium. So if your vitamins are not equal and they are less than equilibrium, your vitamin depletion rate will be negative 10%. And you can take that further with improved vitamin depletion rate, which is negative 20%, and advanced, which is negative 30%. So negative 30 is quite a bit. There is also another set of skills I want to talk about, which is the overeating tolerance, and you can find those in the cooking and farming tree. So overeating tolerance 1 decreases overeating damage by negative 10%. So remember when I was talking about dying from overeating? Well, this will prevent that. So I've gone down to overeating tolerance 3, which means that if my belly is full but my vitamins are sucking, I can still eat some extra stuff without actually dying to overeating. So those were just some quick tips and tricks about vitamins and how you might be able to better manage them. Of course, as I said, this was a low-B guide for those of us who are just starting out in Atlas. When you get higher up in the ranks of cooking, you're going to be able to make a bunch of food that will satisfy your vitamins and hunger bar for longer so that you don't have to worry about it as much. As well as rice isn't the only vegetable, obviously, that you're going to be able to find in Atlas. This was just the most convenient location that I had here that I could use as an example for this quick little tips and tricks video. So I hope this helped, even though we had that little hitch with the beds not spawning. I was so worried that my game was going to be corrupt and I was going to have to start all over again, which is what always happens with Atlas and me. I just have really bad luck, I think. But anyway, feel free to check out the description box down below for a link to all of my socials. As always, guys, I hope you are enjoying your games and Atlas. So I will see you all in the next video.